Hey Capricorn, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Welcome to your tarot reading. This is timeless, so whenever you see this, that's when you're meant to see it. We're going to start actually with Oracle and get a general idea where we're going. It's like the title of the song, right? Like what's our theme here? And then we're going to unpack it with our traditional tarot deck. If you've never been to my channel before, thank you so much for stopping by, giving it a chance. If this resonates, please hit the like button and please consider subscribing. I leave these readings about every week. So, okay, what does Oracle have for Capricorns? So this is the broad message of your reading, okay, you guys? Reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. I wouldn't be surprised if you got the Eight of Cups, the sense of walking away from something, or the Ten of Wands, ending a chapter and starting a brand new, fresh one. Let's see what Tarot has for you. So we only take the cards out that fly out on their own. If you've been to my channel before, like I know a lot of you guys are revisiting, so I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you in the comments section. You know that we don't force anything. So we're gonna let the cards fly out on their own and let's see what they have in store for you. So Capricorn, what messages does Capricorn need to know? If they fly in reverse, that's how we read them. That wants to come out. If they fly upright, of course, we read them that way as well. Wow. Fresh energy, the Magician, the World, Major Arcana, huge messengers so far in the deck. There is a water sign popping up in your reading. It could be that they are not a water sign, but just empathic, compassionate, more on the emotional, sensitive side, but we'll get to that. And if you need a refresher, water signs are Cancer, Scorpios, or Pisces. So here we have the Magician card. We have the World. We've got the Nine of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. I want to give you a general view of the energy right now, and then we're going to unpack it so I can give you more of the meat of the situation, the bulk of the situation. So the Magician is our first card, and that's talking about big manifesting energy. This is a time for creating something new. This is a time where you're specifically powerful to do that. So paying attention to your dreams, paying attention to deliberately putting out good thoughts and breaking any old patterns of thought that could be keeping you in a stuck situation, because thoughts are things, right? So to unpack that further, we have the Ten of Wands. Here it is. This is ending an old chapter. In order to move forward and start this brand new chapter, it's going to require you to what did it say? Reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. So that is the way, that is the key to moving forward into this new chapter. And what that might entail is also shrugging something off that is disappointing. It could be like verbal. It could have been like somebody just saying something douchey, somebody being an ass, you know, or a bad review or something. Shrug that off, you guys, because it's such minutia in your reading. If somebody's disappointing you or being arrogant in your world and it's distracting you, shrug it off. Yeah, because the bigger picture is so huge, and that brings us to the World. So the World card talks about opening up that window of life, so to speak, to all the newness, all the breeze, letting it come into the room and stir things up and getting fresh air in there. So that's all a metaphor to say, like, letting in new influences, new people, possible travel. But it's also a huge indication that you're closing a chapter the right way, and it needed to close. So also, that's confirmed by the Ten of Wands. Whatever this is that you're leaving is starting to become a burden. It's starting to get exhausting. So this is all about what's next. This whole reading is about reevaluating what you're prioritizing, and that's specifically where you're putting your energy and your thoughts. And are they treating you well? Are they moving you ahead? If they are not, trim the fat. That's what this is all about in order to move forward. We do have and being patient. There may be a few delays and setbacks, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't start on this new path, that you shouldn't start on this new adventure. Just being patient with it. Because if you pay too much attention to anything that might be slowing you down or setting you back, those things, remember, are minutia. And so those things could give you anxiety. Those things will get you stopped up and stuck in your thoughts, right? So moving forward in what doesn't get you stuck. Okay, so this is very clear. You guys are going to be, it's a blessing to receive all these options. As you're manifesting, as we're building onto any part of our life, we're going to be more aware of options. That's how that works, right? Because you're opening yourself up to the new. It's important to be discerning. But in all this discernment, there's also more information you're going to need. And that's going to be the key to getting not overwhelmed. It's going to be the key to making the right choice and being able to, it'll allow you to separate what's going to serve you best and what may be, it's like all that glitters is not gold. What may be just looking good on the outside, but not really promising much value. So if you're having anxiety about the options that all this newness would bring and the choices that you'd have to make going forward, that anxiety is just stemming from what you don't know. But in this situation, it is actually possible to learn more about the variety of options that lay before you. So whether that's hitting the internet, whether that's taking a course, my nose is itching, that's always a sign. You do have control over that. And then that will give you an educated, an educated place to make your choice. We have Five of Swords. What is the Five of Swords talking about? So oftentimes when we're building on a new chapter of our life, when we're going through transformation, balance is key. But what you might be running into, with good intentions, you're trying to make this transformation and you're trying to build onto your life. But funny enough, it might be creating some conflict somewhere. And I have this saying that may be applicable for some of you guys in this situation is, if you're pissing them all off, you're doing something right. And that is, people get triggered when they see somebody else doing well or growing. And they can't always take responsibility for that. So they shift it onto you. And this is an opportunity for you to spot the BS. And you don't even have to call it out verbally. You don't have to let them know, but because that's just going to create more conflict. But you can be able to call it out and just know that, sweet babies, it's their trigger. You're just triggering them. And you know what? Sometimes they can thank you later for that. Yeah, so you can get really caught up. You might be prone during this transformation that you're making. You might get caught up in the opinions of others. You might get, you can easily pull yourself back as soon as you recognize it. But they want to maybe trap you into a spot of non-developing. They want to, and that's their own BS coming up. You may feel that you need one of these people in your life in order to transform. And it's still okay to continue that relationship, but also draw the line within yourself and understand what's going on. And that gives you a little bit more compassion for them. Yeah, there is something about this old conflict that is exhausting. It's definitely taking your energy with the Nine of Wands. But the question I have for you, Capricorn, is there is a reason you're sticking by it. There's a reason why you are still attached to this group of people or person or situation where you have that conflict. Because there is a belief, there's a loyalty that there's value in it. And the cards aren't telling you that that's wrong. They're just saying, know what's going on. It's keeping you stuck. I'd like to focus on this a little bit more for you guys because it just feels like I should. So Capricorns, this Five of Swords, this conflict, argument that's going around, anything we need to know for Capricorns that would be useful for them. Yeah, this is like stick by your guns. And I think you are. A lot of you guys, you have that gift of stubbornness if you want it, so it's like standing your ground. And they might be throwing you off your course just a little bit in sense of timing, or they might be dead weight. This conflict, whatever it's attached to, it's almost trying to throw a wrench in the works or trying to waste your time. But it's Queen of Pentacles, that's your energy, that's that earth energy. Yeah, we got the anxiety cards. It's because you care. You know, you guys, it's because you care. And I know I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know, but you can still stand your ground and care. Queen of Cups, who's this Queen of Cups? This is that water sign I said, maybe a water sign, or it could be just somebody who's sensitive, creative, emotional, compassionate. If they've gone quiet on you, if they're not very responsive, if they are somebody who's very important to you because you see yourself in the long term with them. And this, for some of you, I have to say, some of you guys, this is you. So basically, the Queen of Cups is representing somebody who cares very dearly about the big, long game. They're very attached to it. There's a sense of family, connectiveness, long-term happiness, and fulfillment attached right now to their concerns. But they've gone kind of quiet with the hermit energy, and they're pulling back because they need to listen to what's going on in there. So when one pulls back, sometimes it's misinterpreted, sometimes it's misunderstood, right? Because our imagination can fill what's not there, but there's a reason, and it's very it's very sweet, and it's very true. It's all about healing. Okay, so this is pulling in one's energy because they kind of need to lick their own wounds. They need to give themselves advice. They need to contact their intuition and their inner voice. And so that's why that's happening. And for some of you, again, this is you. Yes, because 5 of Wands. This conflict has made them retreat. Why? Yeah, they need more. They need some growth in an area. They need more information. They need growth. I think there's even in some cases, getting a little bit of therapy. And that's what they're doing with the hermit energy too. Whether they're getting it outside of themselves or they're getting it for themselves with their intuition, listening to their inner voice. It's that time away to heal. And that's because the way things are going for them is with this conflict, it's not working for them. And it's going to create this apathetic place eventually where they just kind of stop caring, and they see that on the horizon where they care too much. There's arguing, there's conflict. And if it keeps on going and they don't listen to their voice, they don't retreat and heal and, take advice from that bigger wisdom, then they're going to grow apathetic, and they don't want to do that. All right, so let's get a little bit of advice for you from another deck. What does Capricorn need to pay attention to? What can be serve as some good advice? Of course, if you take this is up to you. This is you, not tarot, not me, but just trying to provide a guide. And I have to say that as a disclaimer, okay? So only take it if it resonates. If you feel like doing it, this is the advice. We have. So big message here. There's an ending here that is hard. And sometimes these type of endings can feel sudden. Sometimes they come along with a lot of words, painful words. But in this, and they could have been in your past, in this ending, it's important for you to know that there's a huge shift. There's going to be a relief, as if a dam breaks and all of a sudden the water is free and gushing out, which is a crazy metaphor, but it's popping in my head. There's relief, and we have this person, this water sign, or this offer, this passionate, compassionate offer of the heart. This feels like relief, I think, because there was alienating between two people who have similarities. They understand each other, but sometimes the people who love and understand each other the most can hurt each other the most. And in this case, the hurt came from feeling left out, pushed out, a scarcity of this person, a scarcity of love and compassion. So there's healing here, huge healing, but it's not without taking a look at what was an ending, what needed to end. What is this King of Pentacles? So this is comes back to reevaluating everything that is helping you towards your larger goal, but also being very loyal to the work you put into something. I know it's slightly contradicting, but let me say it again. The Seven of Pentacles, that steadfast determination that Capricorns naturally have, where they're going to get up that mountain, even if it takes them forever. They're going to be the goat, and not giving up on something while reevaluating what is a waste of their time. So I hope that is helpful, you guys. Sending you off with love. Take good care of yourselves. Like and subscribe if this resonated.